Hey, this is Chris from JPBM. This video is about two Japanese words that I hate. One is gaijin and the other is Yankee. Um, Maybe you've heard these terms, maybe not. And let's start with gaijin. The reason I hate this word isn't the typical, like, oh, it's racist and they called me a gaijin. Ah. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Fucking say whatever you want. But the reason I hate it is because it's just so fucking lazy. It doesn't describe anything other than just non-Japanese person. So the kanji is literally just like outside person, which I always like to joke around. It's like outside of being a person because that's how they see us here. Um, but that's just my own little joke. Um, so why this word annoys me is you always hear them complaining so much. Oh, Gaijin did this on the train. Gaijin littered in the park. Gaijin, blah, 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 blah. I'm so abused by non-Japanese people. Okay. Well, let me explain why it annoys me. So you're talking to a Japanese person. Yeah, this fucking Gaijin was loud on the train. Oh, really? An American was really loud on the train? No, it was a Vietnamese woman. Well, I'm not even fucking closely related to a Vietnamese woman. You're more closely related to a Vietnamese woman than I am. Uh, yeah, there was a stinky gaijin the other day. Really stank the place up. We had to spray him with a Febreze bottle. He was so stinky. Oh, is an American? He smelled really bad? Like he wasn't wearing deodorant? Oh no, it was an Indian fella. Well, shit. You guys are more closely related to them too. Buddhism, curry, child rape. That's also a little joke on me. So how about another one? Yeah, there was a big group of loud gaijin in the Shinsaibashi shopping arcade. Really? There was? Yeah, 40, 60 people maybe. They were super loud. They took up the whole street. 40, 60 Americans were blocking the street, wouldn't let anybody in. Oh no, it was Chinese. Well, you guys are more closely related to Chinese people too. What the fuck? You look at me and you go, this fucking Chinese group of 60. I know I'm a big guy, but do I look like a group of 60 Chinese people shopping in Shinsaibashi? Do I look like a Vietnamese woman on the train? I mean, I'm sure you guys joke about like, oh, foreigners can't even tell the difference between Chinese and Koreans and Japanese. You can't even tell the difference between a white male American and a fucking Vietnamese woman. What the fuck? So, that's my problem. I don't give a shit about the racism aspect. It's just the laziness. It's like, can y'all fucking point out who's doing what? Yeah, there was a real aggressive gaijin in this area of town trying to promote some store. Oh, it was a guy from Nigeria. Oh shit, I have nothing in common with it. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Just get a little more specific, please. Gaijin can't learn Japanese. It's too hard. What about this guy? Well, he's Chinese, so it's easier for. Well, you just said Gaijin. You didn't say Gaijin except Chinese and Koreans and Filipinos who you need to work at the combini. So yeah, that's my main problem with the word Gaijin. I wish they would just get more specific, and that would help me too. Oh, okay. I can use this in a conversation. I can say, well, that's not me. That's a fucking Cuban teen girl that's doing this. That can at least help me out somehow if y'all could fucking differentiate between different people. Uh, which, here's another funny thing that I picked up on. I mean, you can't even say the word gaijin in Japan without using kanji, which is from China. I mean, I just pictured Chinese people going, here's the kanji for guy, here's the kanji for Jean, here you go, have a good day. And they're like, Get the fuck out of our country, you fucking gaijin. Like, they just received the word and then they're like, oh great, we can now use this. Thank you. It's just ironic that it's like, here's our language, and then they use it against the Chinese. Like, here's these Chinese characters. Oh great, now we can finally say what we want to say about them. We didn't even have the ability to say horrible shit about them before they gave us more words. Like, what the fuck? Number 2 is Yankee. When I first heard that, I was like, wow, that really sounds like the word Yankee. What a coincidence. And then I did a little research and they just stole it. It literally does mean Yankee. It's to describe people like I don't know how you even describe them, riff-raff, or like ride the scooter, like really loud and obnoxious people, I guess, and dyed blonde hair and loud and what, I don't know how you. I mean, it's one of those things where if you see one, you go, "That's a Yankee." But to me, they're the most Japanese people in the world. Like, when I go to America, I don't see anyone going. I mean, I'm sure there is, but like, it's so rare. I mean, I've never seen it, or maybe once. I see it more in Japan. It sticks in my brain in Japan though. It seems like it's part of your culture to be loud and obnoxious. Like, always being loud is your culture. Uh, I mean, once again, when I see these people called Yankee, like basically, which is Yankee's a derogatory term for Americans from Britain, and then y'all stole that to describe your own people who act like you. Like, I don't understand that. Oh, look, there's a guy who's extremely Japanese. Let's call him an American. Like, it got me thinking, like, would Japanese people like it if I was like, oh, look, and if I'm in America, oh, look, there's a dirty Jap. Oh, that's a white fella. Oh, but he's robbing a bank, so I just call him a dirty Jap. They wouldn't appreciate that. You can't just point to the worst people in your society and just call them a different group. Oh, look at that homeless man. Oh, don't talk to him. He's Japanese. He looks like a black fella. No, 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 no. We call him Japanese here. Like, they'd be so pissed. But they just straight up are like, we don't like you, even though you're us to the max. Let's call you Americans. It's just fucking annoying. But then here's another term that, well, they made this term up, salaryman. The term's, I guess, businessman, right? But whatever. Businessman. That's a little hard to say. But don't you guys say business all the time? Yeah, well, it's fine, but there's no man connected to it. So we'll just say salaryman. But that's fucking English too. So why the fuck are these people who you consider good called salaryman, but the people considered bad are called Yankee? Fucking call the salaryman Yankee and call the fucking Yankees. I'm sure some of them are salaried too. Like, do they understand the word salary? Probably not. But it's just like, oh, this bad culture, that's American. That's American because it's bad. This good culture, that's Japanese. But we also use an American term to describe it. Or English term, whatever. It's just like, fucking, well, one, use your own words. Like, fucking, please, just stop stealing our words. Like, that's the history of Japan, just fucking stealing from every other culture. I guess they can't help it, but it's just like, fucking, I don't know. I'm just gonna start ranting and rambling, but those are the two words I don't like. Let me recap here. One, gaijin, just because it's just fucking lazy. There's really no, and gaikokujin, I'm not gonna say that. I've had fucking students old say, oh, should I say Gaikokujin? I'm like, just say Gaijin. Gaikokujin is fucking too long. Just say Gaijin. Even say fuck you, Gaijin. Like, I don't give a shit. Gaijin-san is weird too, though. Mr. Foreigner. Like, that's so bizarre to me. Don't call me that. Don't fucking call me Mr. Foreigner. Don't say that shit. Okay, so one's Gaijin. Cut the lazy shit out. At least call me American, for fuck's sake. Don't lump me in with these fucking other bastards over here. And two is Yankee. Because, frankly, we don't fucking act like that. I mean, when you go to America on your business trip, nanka. Wow, I'm slipping into the Japanese now. When you go on your business trip and you fucking see all these people wearing suits, and then you're like, wow, they really act Japanese. You stole the culture from us. Call your businessmen Americans, fucking asshole. And whatever. I don't just. My only problem with the fucking term Yankee really is I can't fucking think of a better word to call these people. I need a word that, and please someone help me out with this. I need a word that literally means pure Japanese, but I can't think of a word. There's so many possibilities, but they all don't sound good. Like Yankee sounds pretty good. Like it really flows, unfortunately. But there's really no better term I can call them because they really do to me, to my fucking Yankee eyes. They don't act American. They act very, 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 very Japanese. So, I guess for the meanwhile, we'll just keep calling them Yankee. But, oh well. Maybe eventually we'll find a better word for them. Anywho, those are the two words. See you fucking Yankee fucking gaijin bastards.